guys, welcome to the show. Duncan here. First time doing this. New camera, so sorry for the inconvenience, but that's just how it is. So here's how it is. I'm going to use this camera to basically be the camera that films non-stop. But I got one other camera that's my phone I'm going to use as a topic camera. So on my TV right now, I got Fox News live chat talking about the Florida shooting, and over here on my laptop we're talking about fixed sports. So the reason we're talking about fixed sports over here is because earlier, before the Super Bowl, I had predicted Philadelphia was going to win, and I had predicted that every Super Bowl had some kind of political agenda during campaign years, or some kind of ploy to sell tickets. If you look all the way down the line, every political year, it's either been the Patriots, the Giants, or the Patriots and the Eagles. Every campaign, every time there's a controversy, it's been one of those three teams. So that's the one thing. Secondly, is you can almost make the story up as you go. It's all about manufactured heroes. Everywhere from guys like Ray Lewis retiring, Peyton Manning retiring, Jerome Bettis retiring. It was always the storyline. And these are guys that got to ride out in the sunset. I made an entire video about it and titled it Manufactured Heroes. You can go find it on my channel. So with that said, I'm going to let this camera run, and I'm just going to kind of do my thing and see how it goes. So, just watch. See what happens. Well, now they're talking about the surveillance on the Trump campaign, and making a big deal about the Republican memo. Ended up that what he said wasn't true, but he knows that he can't put sources and methods in there, so they have to edit this back, and I'm sure that the White House will gladly release it upon that doing that. All right, I know you have some strong thoughts on the White House's handling of Rob Porter and his employment there. We were able to ask the White House through Raj Shah a few minutes ago about their handling of his employment there, and here's what he had to say. Rob Porter scandal.
We'll do better going into the future. The security clearance process is a very important one. We trust and rely upon the professionals at the FBI as well as the White House Personnel Security Office to render solid judgments on these individuals. That process had not finished yet, and so ways to reform and fix the process are things that we're open to and considering, and we'll be working with Congress and others on that. Did he get that right? No, he didn't get that right, and I think that's very...
He basically says that the guy got through security measures. He shouldn't have had the job. We weren't done giving him his background check, but yet we put him in the job to begin with.
Don't tell me that they haven't got to the finish line yet. You're talking about the inner sanctum of the White House, people that are looking at classified materials, close proximity to the president, and the first time the FBI tells you a problem, then you're going to need to separate that person.
Yeah, you can't be in charge of heavy, high surveillance. You can't be in charge of vital information. You can't and not be cleared.
I wanted to ask you about Mitt Romney, and he announced this morning that he is indeed launching his Utah Senate campaign. Your thoughts on that this morning?
Look, he's one of the most favored sons of Utah. He's got deep, strong ties to Utah. Attended Brigham Young University, helped save the Olympics. His kids are here. His grandkids are here. He's got a Utah driver's license. And I think he'll be a great member of the United States Senate.
Romney, Utah senator.
America great. You're going to have to tap into the goodness of the
Well, maybe he'll get rid of Salt Lake maybe he'll get rid of, I believe Utah, Salt Lake City's a sanctuary city, I believe.
We're gonna bring those values to Washington. Jason,
That's
please
good.
take
Bring
the
those
floor.
values. He does have some good Christian values. We need that in this country.
Twist in the Michael Flynn case. What the judge in that matter reportedly asked of Bob Mueller's team to turn over. Next, what could that clue mean?
Get
You know, the
fast-acting
thing about that Michael Flynn
works in
is,
seconds
you know,
and lasts for up to 12 hours.
they know that the feds that investigate him were crooked and on the take. They know that the judge that was ruling over his case was crooked and on the take. These were all exposed through the FISA and the memo. And, you know, so you gotta wonder how much of this make-believe trial was manufactured. However, he did confess to something. And the question is, did he confess to cover up for someone else? Is he allowing stuff to get by in order to prevent the sanctuary of another individual, someone higher than him, maybe? I mean, who knows? That's been politics for a long time.
What is the future of the internet hold? Is it access to
Alright, well, this is a commercial, guys, so here's what I'm going to do.
high-level communications?
I'm going to pause that for a second, and I'm going to go over here to this phone, and I'm going to take a second and talk about the sports fixing, because, like I said, you know, earlier I made a video about it, at least in the NFL, and how it was all fake and manufactured. So I'm going to do a video that kind of touches back up on that for a second. So bear with me, guys, okay? And again, it's my first time trying to run 2 cameras, or even this camera. I'm hoping that I still getting it right, so we'll see, but let's hope. Hey guys, Duncan here. I want to talk about sports fixing, calling fixed football games, and, well, just basically retouching up on one of my previous videos. But first and foremost, please like, comment, hit that bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel, guys. I talk about all kinds of things here. So, for all the people who know it and know me around here for a while, I've been talking about the NFL and how it's been fixed. I made a video previously, I believe I called it Manufactured Heroes. It was talking about how every time there's a Hall of Fame legend like Brett Favre or well, not so much Favre, but Peyton Manning, Jerome Bettis, Ray Lewis, how they all happen to win Super Bowls the years they retire. It goes on to talk about how every campaign year there's the Patriots or the Giants, the Patriots or the Eagles every year. And to me, it's been a little funny because as I went down the last 25 years of Super Bowl winners, I literally picked out a storyline for every Super Bowl. And I could almost predetermine who wins the Super Bowl before it's even played. So now, a couple weeks later, after the Super Bowl, I'm going through my YouTube channels, and I'm coming across an Alex Jones show called Fixed Sports. Experts reveal fixed sports. So let's tune in for a second, and let's see exactly what they're talking about. I love the box. I was a pro fighter for a while. I used to do MMA. It is. It's all fixed game. They got people that they want to promote, and they got others that they want to be basically feeder fish. There's a reason why all the pretty boys get the most money and get the most attention. Okay. Have you ever noticed how all the quarterbacks look like pretty boys? Have you always noticed how all the best fighters look like they're young and attractive? Okay, what he's talking about is fixing it in the gambling sense. So, what he's talking about is you're obviously not able to get a player. Okay, you're obviously not able to get every player to buy in. You're obviously not going to get every coach. There's lots of substitutions, lots of things that they can do to counter that. But one of the things that they can do is go after the referees. And in recent memory, you can, if you look, you can see the NBA, the disgraced NBA ref. You can see the referee, the replacement referees when the refs went on strike. And now when you see like big games, like the Patriots and the Jaguars, you see basically no penalties. You see bad calls being made against teams that were supposed to cover the spread. I mean, what he's talking about is basically paying off the referees to manufacture scores, heroes, and to adjust betting lines. And you know, Alex is not all about sports at all. He don't ever talk about sports. So the fact that he's talking about it, believe me, sometimes he can get a little carried away about things. He can get a little carried away about what he believes and about how he says the message. But if you can get past his temper, if you can get past his passion, he makes a lot of sense. Now, just look at the side of this. Look at these headlines, okay? Rigged Super Bowl from the Illuminati. Okay? Showing rigged championship. So, what they're saying 2 weeks after I made the video is they're talking about how the system is rigged, how these teams were manufactured, and how the heroes are make-believe. Okay? So, that being said, let's skip ahead a little bit.
It's designed and meant to distract men into basically these soap operas instead of having a life. You're supposed to have the type of complex thinking processes for business and life that you then put into football. So many men will bring up football to me or some other sport of mine. I don't want to respond or I
Yeah,
really
he's true about that.
shocked, like I'm not manly. No, I open carry semi-automatic rifles on the steps of the Alamo with the head of major state agencies when it's illegal.
Okay, so what he's saying is that the game of football itself is designed to take that manly instinct, to take that hard-nosed toughness, to put them in tights, to get us distracted every Sunday, instead of being in church, instead of doing things around our communities and fighting against these people to tearing down our country. He's talking about how they're trying to subvert us with football. Okay, that's basically what he's saying.
I do that for your rights.
Yeah.
In front of the cops. Because their city law violates state law. I do
Yeah.
when I get arrested
And by the way, always stand up for your Second Amendment. It's big. It's the only thing keeping us having our rights. The minute the Second Amendment drops, they will come into our homes, kick in our doors, and they will enslave us without any resistance.
They watch Howie and everybody, and there's not ads with
So when you get past some of the
former quarterback up there. The FBI's tried to investigate this. They're never really allowed to bring this up. They can bring up steroids and other stuff, or secret hit list.
so what they're talking about is how
Like the Saints got caught, but
the FBI is not
major fixing
investigating
I don't know his
the fixing, even though there have been several accounts of it. There have been several people talking about it.
There's no law that prevents this.
says it on the ticket.
Yeah, well, that's part of the football game, for example. You saw a football game, they upheld their
Cool.
end of the bargain. So that's the main thing. If the league can do this, if they can fix their own games to manipulate them to make them more interesting so people stay and watch till the bitter end, or to even determine who wins and who loses, there's nothing the fan can do.
Have the power go out to make an extra 80 million.
That's part of the
Oh,
deal.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't have the power out to make 80 million while everybody was watching.
Right? I saw that Super
Well, it's all
Bowl.
about money. I mean, that's what the league puts the games on for. I mean, they put it on just for their own profit, for the television networks, and we've seen, I mean, statistically it's shown that the television networks are surviving because of the National Football League, and then, of course, the advertisers are profiting from these leagues as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of...
Okay, with that being said, here's another thing. With the last few years, the NFL has strived to make their games shorter and shorter and shorter until the playoffs come or the Super Bowl, where there's twice as much money to be made. And as soon as that money's being made, if you notice, it's the big market teams. But no small team goes to a Super Bowl and wins it. They have to go through years of building up and putting in money into the system, into the shared revenue system, in order to basically earn their right to win a Super Bowl. The more fan base, the more money that gets dumped in, the more they change the narrative to fix the game according to how the fans want it made. And that's basically what he's talking about right here.
entities involved in this, and I cannot believe business like the NFL would leave itself up to pure chance, and that's what fans have to believe, that this is all a coincidence as how do these games play out, who wins and who loses, it's just a lucky bounce of the ball. Well, no multi-billion-dollar industry such as the NFL or any others would really allow their product up to chance if they can control it. And
Well,
the
it's also tax exempt for people that don't know. The league itself so has a partnership with the government.
Exactly, and then like you said earlier, I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense that that occurs because if the government is using the NFL and the NBA and these other leagues,
And they do. They use the sports for subversion. Remember, that's what that protest is about. Okay, they don't like Donald Trump winning the presidency, so they're turning every means they can against
they don't even know what's
us.
going on within their government and other entities.
It's a great distraction. And now you're an expert on the fixes that are there. And I read your book, but it was last year. It was a couple years ago. But from my research, obviously boxing matches are easy to rig. Don King owns both fighters. Things like
They've
that.
been rigging fights for years.
It's the refs that are the weak link, right?
You hear that?
One of the weakest links for sure, because obviously they don't get paid the millions of dollars certain athletes like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady get paid, so it's harder to corrupt them. But that doesn't mean it's impossible that you cannot corrupt a player like that. I mean, we've seen with soccer, where we've seen matches fixed all over the globe in soccer. I mean, it's the world's number one sport. It makes the most money.
What if it's the Illuminati that's fixing the Super Bowls for certain players who are willing to put in the most? It's the deep state owners that are fixing the Super Bowls and the seasons in order to push a political message, since in fact they are tax incentived, tax write-off. Many of them don't even pay taxes, and many of them foot the bill to the citizens of their cities through shared revenue. And so, with that being said, I think it's clear that there's obviously intent for them to be able to rig a Super Bowl or even any game whatsoever. But when you can turn off the lights and push a game for an extra 45 minutes, when you can push extra advertisements for that entire time. Now see, here's the problem, because you're telling me that all those companies paid millions and millions and millions to get their commercials ran during the Super Bowl. Did they pay during that blackout? Or did they get bonus commercials in for free? Okay, I was a 49er fan. And I saw the Ravens-Niners Super Bowl where they shut off the lights. And they made millions during that time. So, was that a simple way to get more money to the game? More revenue? I would say yes. Okay. And here's another thing. If you look down here, I'm going to change to another video right here. It's talking about how it says that the NFL bans a video showing a rigged championship. So let's check this out. Okay, the page says, on February 11th, 2014, after receiving close to 1 million views in the first 7 days with over 70% likes, the following video was banned and removed by Google from search engines. The NFL used a flimsy copyright excuse despite thousands of videos showing NFL game content circulating on the internet. Those videos are okay with them, but this one they did not want you to see. Please share and repost this footage wherever you can. It will be removed again soon. Having the video removed is the NFL's way of admitting guilt. So let's watch it. Well, we already know this. I've already talked about it, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and see what I can... Yep, I remember that. There was no helmet to helmet. Seattle, which pumps a lot of money into the NFL. see, what he's doing is he's going through. I'm gonna skip us some time here because this is taking too long. Okay, here's what he's doing. What this video is doing is he's going through and talking about how each penalty and lack of penalty affected a score, a betting line, and essentially led to Super Bowls being won by teams that had more money to stay, or more revenue, or sold more tickets. So the NFL's been fixing games for a long time. They say since 2000. I'm saying I can date it back 25 years. I've done the video for people that have been around a long time. They've seen the video. You can go to my channel and check it out. It's called Manufactured Heroes. So, with that being said, the NFL is fake. It passes fake narratives. It passes fake lines and manufactures heroes in order to subvert us, to keep us distracted from the wrong things that's really going on in this country. So, I must admit, ever since turning off the game of football, I've become much more awake in the world and in my country. I've become much more passionate about some of the things that I'm doing in my community. I've seen a lot more, and I've decided that I had to do and make a stand as well. Football, the NFL, is not for me. It's no longer football. It's all political. It's all political, one world, new world agenda. And with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment in the box below, hit that bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Alright, peace. Dunking out. Wow, that was different. Alright, let me make sure I got that. Looks like I do. Alright. So, it's basically what I'm doing is I'm going and I'm making videos, finding different things here to talk about on the computer, finding topics that really seriously bother. I'm going to go back to the live stream now for a little while, so let's keep an eye on that.
Later this month, I will be meeting with the nation's governors and attorney generals. We're making our schools and our children safer will be our top priority. It is not enough to simply take actions that make us feel like we are making a difference.
None of the laws that have been presented here in the past would have prevented any of these attacks, including the one yesterday, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything to do. And just because I don't have an easy answer at my fingertips doesn't mean we shouldn't try to find a real answer.
We could bring up the background check legislation, which is bipartisan and overwhelmingly supported by the American people.
Both parties.
Okay, once again, they're talking about there's nothing they could have done. Well, you know, if the feds would have done their job, you know, this child, 19